The Iranians are also claiming that one Israeli fighter jet was downed in Israel's attack, and its pilot has now been detained. And we're also hearing from first responders on the ground in Israel that 7 people have been injured in central Israel after Iran's missile attack. So that's the latest here. We're also, again, hearing about explosions in Jerusalem, in Israel as well. We did expect Iran would respond. We didn't know what it would look like. And here we are. Let's bring in CTV military analyst General David Fraser, who is joining me now on the line. And General Fraser, appreciate you coming on as we see what definitely seems like the Iranian retaliation against Israel. Your thoughts?
Well, Todd, this is what we thought was going to happen, and now we're seeing Iranian missiles coming in against Israel. And, I think this is quite a different exchange between these two countries, unlike previous exchanges. The fact that Israel has attacked the nuclear facilities and killed as many Iranian leaders as they have, we should expect that this now is going to go on for some time, and it's going to get a lot more deadly and a lot more bloody because Iran has suffered a significant loss of leadership and their nuclear facilities are under attack. Unfortunately, this is now a major war between these two countries, and how long it goes for, only time will tell.
We do have a piece of video that we want to play, General Fraser, that does show what appear to be missiles coming in over the night skies of Tel Aviv. And then there are projectiles, missiles fired from the ground up, defensive missiles as well. You do hear the sound of the explosions. No doubt a terrifying situation for people in the city below. We're just going to play that full sound for you and for our viewers at home to give them a sense of what things looked like minutes ago in the night skies over Tel Aviv. Let's play that if we can. All right, that just gives our viewers a sense of what things looked like minutes ago over the night skies of Tel Aviv. This is some other pictures we have here coming in of a building, could be an apartment building. Looks like there are balconies there in Tel Aviv that has been very badly damaged, General Fraser, by some missiles that obviously were not intercepted. We don't know if the building had anyone in it at the time or if it was evacuated. We know that the Israelis have a very sophisticated early warning and detection system that does allow them to scramble quickly, get people out of harm's way. But of course, this is a very busy and big city. I mean, I've been to Tel Aviv. I know it's a huge city. So have you, no doubt. And so your thoughts on, sort of the Israeli response here in terms of trying to mitigate what the Iranians, anyway, are claiming is going to be a huge counterattack?
Well, Todd, I think what we've all witnessed is we saw incoming missiles and then the Iron Dome actually responding to it and having some effect because it actually destroyed some of those missiles that were coming in. But some of them did actually get and come down as these pictures are showing right now. Now, the fact is that night is a good news story because a lot of people are off the streets and they're inside where there's the most protection and whatnot, notwithstanding what we just saw there. But unfortunately, Todd, this is just the beginning. There's going to be significant exchange between these two countries until such time as the two political authorities think that they've had enough. But we're at the beginning. We're not at the middle or the end. And unfortunately, we're going to see a lot more of this in the next couple of days until perhaps the United States can get in to try to quell the revenge that both sides are actually exhibiting. This is a role for the president to try to stop this war from getting any more bigger than it is.
Wow, and we are showing some live pictures here, General Fraser, just moments ago there as the camera cut away, and it did look as if there were more projectiles coming in, and some of them were definitely hitting the ground. You're just seeing all of these these different missiles being fired at and then from the ground up to protect Israel. But right there, you do see some that did appear to land in urban areas of Tel Aviv. The Israelis are also saying that there are, sirens and emergency signals going off right across the country. Here's some more live pictures coming in as we're showing this building in Tel Aviv. That may be a residential building. We're trying to see here. There does seem to be balconies there that may have been hit. Was hit, obviously, but badly hit by some incoming projectiles, missiles, drones, as the case may be. You talked about this being just the beginning. Israel has said, General Fraser, that it will continue its attacks on Iran, that it began about a day ago, and that was just the very beginning of its operation to take out Iran's nuclear capabilities.
Absolutely. I mean, we heard last night from the Israeli Prime Minister that rising line was just the beginning of something that's going to last for days. And then we've heard the reaction from the Iranians where the quote unquote their revenge is just starting. So unfortunately, the political rhetoric coming from both countries is not good news for the local civilians in each of these countries. And this is where I think, leadership from United States, maybe Great Britain and France and whatnot, can get engaged in here to try to stop this from escalating into something that is not controllable. But we're talking about nuclear attacks on nuclear facilities. This is the actual strategic center of power for Iran. It's the greatest threat to Israel. And how long it goes for, nobody knows except for those two leaders.
Yeah, and General Fraser, just quickly before we go, we knew that Natanz is one of those sites that the Iranians have, but there's also other ones, including Fordo and Isfahan. And we're now hearing from the International Atomic Energy Agency. They are aware of reports related to those sites possibly being attacked by the Israelis. We simply don't know. Before we go, can I ask you this? What do you think realistically the United States can do here?
Well, I think the United States can actually, bring both parties to the table and say, okay, let's start negotiating here a de-escalation. Iran, slow down your nuclear production or stop it. Israel, if we can get some assurances that Iran's not going to produce these bombs that the Prime Minister said, stop your attacks and let's stop this from getting out of control. I think real opportunity for the President of the United States to actually not get a peace settlement, but stop this war from escalating.
General Fraser, much appreciated. Thank you so much for taking the time for us here as we follow what's going on right now in Israel.
Thank you, Todd.